Hey, everybody. Grant Miller here, Miami Community Newspapers. Great day in the house. We got Jason Jenkins from the Miami Dolphins. You know, I'm born and raised here. I love the Dolphins. And we have Dr. Percy Reed from New Orleans / Atlanta /
Pembroke
Pines. He's out of home everywhere. But we're going to talk about, you're with FTC, Florida
Technical
College.
Yes.
And the Miami Dolphins have worked on a thing together for backpacks.
We're collaboration. Absolutely.
That's congratulations on you guys. Let's talk about it.
Well, what we've done, it was a vision of partly of our president of our company, Dr. James Michael Burkett, that we will serve the community. Oftentimes we have people in schools that are in communities and they don't even know that they're there. I definitely am a believer in higher education and vocational schools and private schools. But what we do beyond enrolling students in school makes a difference. Being a gentleman from, I would consider the projects of New Orleans, for me, it is such a dear experience for me to be able to serve a school like that, because we have an opportunity to change lives one person at a time. So my motto is, how do we impact them? But how, more importantly, do we change their life? So when we can collaborate with the Miami Dolphins, which they gave out 1,000 meals, and we came together and we gave out 1,000 book bags.
In what community?
In South Miami. We did it in the Cutler Bay area of South Miami, and because we knew that the foot traffic would be high.
Yeah, to clarify it, because you're in Pembroke Pines, Parkland, you're in the South Dade area.
Well, we have two campuses.
Which one? You got one where?
So we have 8 campuses total. Right. However, in the South Florida area, we have the Cutler Bay, which is called South Miami.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I am the executive director of the Pembroke Pines location.
Right. So it's in Cutler Bay, but it is south of we call South Miami, but
yes,
it's really Cutler Bay, and that's a great town.
Yeah,
you deal with the elected officials at all? They're great people.
Absolutely.
And you gave out 1,000. Were they high school kids, junior high, middle school kids?
It's a mixture of all, that we had a lot of people that came out to also, we have the cheerleaders from the Miami Dolphins that were taking pictures with the community.
And I didn't get my call.
You didn't get your call. We got you the next time.
Oh, I got to can you stand up for a second?
Yes, sir.
I just want short people are the way to go. Keep that in mind. People under 5'8", we're powerhouses.
No question.
By the way, so
I saw the gym, so I know that.
Yeah. So it's exciting because that area, people don't realize in Cutler Bay that there's areas that are very poor.
Absolutely.
And that backpack changes their life because they feel like they're part of the school. So the Miami Dolphins, since Mr. Ross took over, has done unbelievable things. How long have you been with the Dolphins?
I've been with the team since 2009, so right around the transition where he became owner.
Wow, you're still there. You must be good. You've been there 12 years?
I've been 12 years. That's
wow.
Correct.
You have to be good, unless you know how to dodge.
No, I mean, he's a great owner. Tom Garfinkel, our vice chairman, has come in and done a great job.
By the way, he lives down here.
Exactly. Yeah, right down the street.
He lives in Pinecrest.
Absolutely.
How are you thinking, how does this guy know?
Oh, I know. We see the newspapers. We see the show. We know it's the real deal.
Yeah. So where other places, other than you did with FTC, what other things have the Miami Dolphins done?
Well, we've been very active in the community, but also with Florida Technical College. And this was the second event that we did with them. And I think the added addition to the backpacks is we gave those meals, and we work with minority-owned businesses and restaurants through our food relief program. When the pandemic sort of first started and reared its ugly head, we wanted to see how we can make a difference each and every day. So since June 1st, we've worked to help give meals out to the community, work through Centerplate, through our stadium, but also work with minority-owned restaurants to kind of keep them afloat during this time. And working with a partner like the FTC was great because with their culinary school, they had that same kind of vision, keeping people to work, keeping people employed, and giving them the skills they need to be successful for the long term. So that's why it was a great partnership for us, because we had the same mission and beliefs in hand, but also working with these restaurants and promoting education, I think was great.
Minorities. All minorities, certain minorities, all minorities.
Well, what we talked about before is like South Florida. So we work with African-American restaurants, Hispanic, Cuban, LGBTQ, women owned.
We're the minority now. Anglo's a minority. But in Atlanta, I loved it because when I went into restaurants, it said Black owned. So I want to support a locally owned business. I was downtown 2 months ago, and it was like, I understand how hard it is to be successful. I think for the Dolphins to see that,
Yes.
you bought meals from them. You donated the meals,
Correct.
so you helped their kitchen.
No question.
You kept somebody's job.
And that's sort of like it was interesting to see. That was what was said to us, because it wasn't like community for community's sake just doing things. It was more so intentionally impacting restaurants and businesses that were impacted by the pandemic. And now as a result of that, now we have some of these restaurants at our events now for Rolling Loud, at the stadium, Orange Blossom Classic. So it was an opportunity for us to be intentional about our business practices and reap dividends, especially with this relationship here.
Absolutely.
At the tennis, are they working? You're going to bring them in for the tennis too?
Absolutely. Whether it's
bringing one of those minority restaurants to that site could change their lives.
absolutely.
And you've been doing this for years, or you just started this?
Well, we've been working with it, but through this food relief program since June. We've done it since June. Since
Can you see
June
the
of last
difference
year.
when you talk to them?
It's amazing, and because like we're in the community, we feel we're stewards of the community. But I think through this program, it's shown how we intentionally impact and care about them in a way that resonates with their business. A lot of people have said, "Hey, we would have had to like lay off staff. We would have to close our doors if we didn't have this consistent thing. Like we didn't want to do like a one-off event like with Florida Technical College. It wasn't like one time the Dolphins care about you, et cetera. We want to be consistent and committed and have an impact each and every day, each and every week. And knowing these restaurants can rely on us to be able to do it. And the food is amazing,
Absolutely.
and the marketing and using our brand to elevate their brand is something that I don't want to say we stumbled upon, but it was something when we were looking at how we can make an impact. This really kind of carried us forward and helped our business relationships and partnerships as well.
I want to get to the FTC again, but I want to go over the restaurants. When this virus hit, everything okay, Doc?
Yeah.
When the virus hit and the federal government says, we're going to give you PPP money. Well, small little businesses that you're helping don't have that paperwork perfect.
Right.
And they
Right.
don't have a perfect accountant. So they didn't get that money. When I was on a show with Senator Rubio, I says, go to the restaurant 2 blocks from your house, Senator, because he lives in West Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that store does not have the paperwork right. So what you're doing is really helping them. So FTC, how was it started? Where was it founded? Tell me more about the school itself.
Florida Technical College started in 1982. And when the organization was started in 1982, we've been in business for almost 40 years now. And I want to also just digress momentarily to go back to something that I heard Jason say to typify a point. One of the things that I really, really enjoy about the relationship with the Miami Dolphins is that you all are intentional. You're intentional about the work that you do. You're intentional about sending out tickets. You're intentional about a lot of things that you all are doing. But I look at this as also workforce development. So when we are considering the work that Florida Technical College is doing, our mission is to inspire, to motivate those individuals that are already working adults but have made a transition to say, I don't just want a job. I always describe a job as just over broke. But our students are intentional enough to say that I want a new career. So because we realize that a career is everlasting and it's ever evolving. And it's just like Jason has spoken, he's been with the Dolphins since 2009. That's considered a career. So when I think about what Florida Technical College is doing to impact the lives of students, I'm thinking about the students that we are impacting for a career. When I was brought on into my role, I told our president of our company that I will create the Disney experience at our campus. He said, Dr. Reed, Florida Technical College is not fun and games. I said, but the Disney experience is a place that students will always remember. They're getting great customer service. Our energy is always high. We're always enthusiastic. We're always motivated, and we always are impacting them because we want to see them change. And I come from the belief system, don't like the people that you serve, love all the people that you serve so that we can make a difference. And so that's what we're doing at Florida Technical College.
What's the average age?
Average age is between 18 to, I'm going to say about 40 and on up.
You say it's a career.
Mm-hmm.
See, to me, it's more than a career because there's a job,
mm-hmm.
and then there's life.
Yes, sir.
So it's not a career; it's part of your life. Once you love what you do,
mm-hmm.
it's not a job.
I mean,
yeah, the two of you, I can tell you didn't go. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta go. No, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure you're waking up going,
Absolutely.
oh shoot! You're texting somebody.
That's true.
My brother and I, people, we're up all night, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Somebody texts me, elected official in City of Miami at 1:00. I text him back at 1:30. He goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "What are you doing?"
Exactly.
But it's not a career. It's more than that.
Right.
You're building their self-esteem to feel
Absolutely.
good about themselves to make it a career. And then when it's a
Absolutely.
career, it's not a job.
Mhm.
Because when you have a job, it's not good for you. You got to love what you do, whether it's a teacher, and teachers teach because they love
Right,
teaching.
right.
And they're not teachers. I hate that word teachers because they're
Mhm.
really coaches. And
Absolutely.
then coaches are really teachers.
Right,
Correct.
right.
I mean, who's your favorite teacher from elementary school?
It was Miss Owens, my English teacher.
High school?
High school, it was Dr. Sandberg.
Sam Burke?
Mhm.
Your elementary?
Miss Jones. High school, Mr. Bozeman.
Right. I can remember all my teachers
Mhm.
except for my second grade.
Mhm.
Mrs. Tall, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Octoloni, Mr. Sawicki. I mean, those teachers molded me.
Absolutely.
You know, they didn't keep me out of jail, but they molded me. But the point of it is, this is what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And then the Dolphins are doing by working with these restaurants and giving backpacks. You just don't, because you see it, they go home, they're so happy. But it's more than that. It helps them mold. Okay, here you have stuff in the backpacks.
Absolutely.
What do you have in the backpacks?
I mean, it's tablets, it's supplies, it's pencils, it's pens, it's everything to get them excited about the education, get them prepared for you, and giving them those opportunities to be able to make sure they're doing right in school.
To get them to move forward.
Correct.
That's the challenge, and thanks both of you. All right, let's talk about more about Florida Tech.
Yes, sir.
If I'm confused at 20,
Mm-hmm.
I'd go to your school. I go, help me find something. Is that what it is?
All right. So when our students, our representatives call students that have made an inquiry about our program. They don't do any cold calling. However, sometimes it takes maybe 5, 10 calls in order to have them walk through those doors. One thing when I look at academics, I look at the fact that when I was in college, I dropped out. I was at LSU living out of my car. The students that we see, some of them have experienced that same lifestyle, right? So I knew I wasn't going to the pros, so I had to make a difference and do something else. So I reflected on my mother's experience being a high school dropout, going back to school and getting her GED at 30, at 44 earning her bachelor's degree. So, but going to vocational school or technical college like Florida Technical College, it made a difference. So the work that we do I'm passionate about it, because when those students walk through the door, sometimes they don't have direction. Sometimes they don't know what they want to do. Sometimes they're procrastinators. Mm-hmm. And we have to be able to have an intelligent conversation that can meet them on their level to get them to saying, you know what, I am going to move forward. Because sometimes they just need that level of motivation. So what we do, we have several different programs, if you don't mind me sharing, like medical assisting with X-ray, medical billing and coding. Those are 9-month programs in HVAC, electrical, 9 to 12-month programs. And then we have baccalaureate degree programs from business administration with entrepreneurship management, IT. And some of these programs are online. So we made it so diverse so that we can remove the barrier for them making excuses. And so I always say excuses. Why is that even a freaking word? So what we do is we light the fire with those students so that they can realize that they can have a better lifestyle.
I want to talk about your college career for a second.
Yes, sir.
You dropped out of LSU. You lived in a car.
Mm-hmm.
So what got you to go to the next college? What made you say, I need to do this?
Okay, I'm going to be transparent with you. Someone had lied to me, told me I had a voice like Jason years ago, and say, "Hey man, you have great energy. You're not playing college football anymore. What do you want to do?" And they said, "Why don't you become a speaker?" I heard Zig Ziglar. I asked, "How much is he making?" He said, $10,000 a speech. I said, "That's what I'm going to do." Right. However, while I was speaking at Toastmasters, I started winning a lot of awards. A white male came up to me and said, "Hey, PW, can I speak to you?" I had earned a real estate diploma. He said, "I want to ask you a couple of questions if I may, and I don't mean to offend you." He said, "One day you're going to be a powerful speaker." He said, "But I got to ask you a question." He said, "What degrees do you have?" I said, "I have a real estate diploma." He laughed at me. And then he said, "I want to help you with something. Number one, go back to school and get your degree." He pointed to his skin tone and he said, "Sir, if you want to be able to ever speak into our lives, as a minority male, get more than some of us have."
A minority what?
A minority male. He said, "If you want to be able to speak to us, He pointed to his skin tone. He said, get more than what we have so that as a minority male, you will not have any barriers that will hinder you from your success.
So, how many years were you off from the time you left LSU?
Well, when I left, I went to Southern, played a little bit, and then I dropped out completely. So I'm going to say about 10 to 15.
Universities, Southern University.
Southern University of New Orleans.
Who was the coach?
Oh my gosh, I forgot who the coach was.
Guess what? You can remember your elementary teacher.
Right. So
Yeah.
because
He didn't teach you much.
I disconnected myself for a reason, because the bottom line is I had to make a living.
Mhm.
And I started working in the education arena, started impacting lives. And for me, I went to Boston, and that's when I started over again. And went in and sat in the lobby for 8 hours till the provost came out and spoke to me. And I asked this gentleman, would you be so kind to give me a test to pass out of the bachelor's degree program? If I passed the test, move me into a master's program. He did that. I passed. I went into a master's in education and a master's in psychology and earned a scholarship. Then I waited after those years, 5 years, to start working on my PhD at Walden University.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, when you go like this, how old are you?
Oh, somebody gonna see this. Oh, I'm in my 50s.
Okay. And you're much younger.
46.
Yeah.
Young man.
You know, I'm 64. You do this, it was 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. And it is a tough. I have walked in your shoes. We might be the same height, but I've not walked in your shoes.
Real tall. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but when you
That's
said
but the bar's pretty low. And I haven't walked in your shoes, and people don't realize it. Whether it's black, white, Hispanic,
Yes, sir.
we haven't walked in your shoes. And you saw the skin color of my son, right?
Mhm.
He got pulled over one day because he had a hood on in the car. So we don't know how it feels.
Correct.
We all don't know how it feels. But what you have done, especially you, to that level of getting 3 degrees, you're setting an example for. You have raised the bar.
Correct.
Well, my father was a police officer.
What?
He put me in jail at 18. And I went to jail because someone called my sister out of her name. 17 years old, you beat me? But at 12 years old, I stole some cleats out of a Walmart.
Cleats?
Yeah, stole some cleats because my mama said, I'm not buying you no cleats. We're too poor to buy it. And so I went in Walmart. I stole them. The buzzer went off. My daddy came, beat me up a bit, put me in jail with grown men for overnight in a holding cell.
That was it.
Oh, wow.
One night.
So let's move forward.
Yes, sir.
So these backpacks, again, people say, "Oh, we're giving backpacks." No, it's not about the backpack. It's about getting the next step to tell them, we support you. We want you to do better in school. Is that a good statement?
Absolutely.
Do you feel that? Because you're doing this all over Dayton, Broward, and Palm Beach.
But you're absolutely right. But it's also like the multiple touch points, because we're going to see these students again. We're working with Florida Technical College. And so it's not one-off events for us. I think the main thing is being intentional and having consistent touch points and checking on development as well. And these programs that they have, that's why it's so important, because they care about the entire student and they care about them each step of the way. So it's not like a situation where it's a one-off or you see it one time. And going back to what was said before, like for me, my father was a former professional football player for the Houston Oilers and a coach. My mother was a counselor. So sports taught me everything in life.
For who?
For the Houston Oilers, now the Tennessee Titans. But he was in that Love You Blue era. He played well. He always
What
says
position did he play?
he played a safety.
What was his name?
C.L. Whittington. And so he was in the Earl Campbell, Billy White Shoes Johnson, Pastorini,
I probably have his
Karl
football
Mock.
card.
Yeah, maybe.
I should
maybe.
find it.
Exactly. He was number 38, and he graduated from Prairie View A&M, HBCU.
He graduated from where?
Prairie View A&M, a historically black college in Houston area, where both my parents went to school. And that sports and education, that background, sports. I played college football, not a lot. I
Where?
wasn't as good as you at Texas Tech University. And I was a defensive back as well. But it's kind of taught me everything that to be successful in life. Overcoming adversity, physical and mental toughness, being a leader, working with different groups. And so when we have our Football Unites program that we created here in South Florida, we work with about 60 different nonprofits based around all these different intersections. So you're talking about race, gender, sexual orientation, identity, ability, or faith. People here are Dolphins fans, and they realize, how do we bring people together around this culture? So sports taught me a lot, and it taught me a lot about trying to be around different groups of people and being different than me, but also trying to have a common goal. So that was important.
So just FYI, other than this, I've coached 40 years of high school, little league, baseball, football. And I tell people it's not the game. It's what your son or daughter is going to learn by playing on a team.
Correct.
Whether it's band, a team sport, because you learn those things that you said, and it makes you a better. Whether you get on the field is not the important factor.
Absolutely.
It's that you learn how to work with people, how to deal with people, getting your butt shoot out. That's part of the game,
No question.
and that's how you become a better person, whether it's male or female, whatever sport it is. So you've been doing this a long time, the backpacks. Have you given a backpack to somebody and a year later, 2 years later, they say something or you see them? Do you feel it?
It does. I mean, like through our Football Unites program, we have multiple touch points. So we work with, there's some young men in the North Miami Beach POW program that we see all the time, and their face lights up because they see it wasn't like a fake thing with them. They see it's long term. So whether it's 5,000 role models, Breakthrough Miami, Urban League of Broward County, Pride Lines, LGBTQ organizations, like we've become friends, and they see at the Miami Dolphins, we're not trying to care about you to buy a ticket to a game. We want that we want to advance our business, but being a true steward of this community and working to try to improve relationships with different groups, foster understanding amongst each other, and then experience the South Florida culture that's unlike any other in the world.
Yeah. By the way, the next show is a company called Be Strong.
Yes, we work with Be Strong a lot. They're amazing.
They're coming on next at
I
3
love
o'clock.
I love it.
So, yes. You said something, I think you said about saving a life. You're saving more than lives.
Absolutely.
It's helping everybody get to the next step, and it's just a backpack. But no, when they see that the Miami Dolphins or their college FTC wants everybody to be better, it sends a message throughout the community. This coronavirus is tough. It's tough. We had Hurricane Andrew. Were you in Texas? You've been in Texas. You have a lot of storms. New Orleans, you have a lot of storms.
No question.
Miami's strong. There's old saying, Miami's strong. We are strong. We battle everything. Now, Louisiana, they're really strong. Am I right?
100%.
Right.
We just were hit,
Right.
just the other day.
You have any relatives that are there?
Yeah, my family still lives in New Orleans, and they were at my home in over the weekend through Tuesday, due to a lot of lighting being out because of the shifting of.
What's your address? I need a place to stay when I go.
Hey man, just give me a call. But the interesting thing is, even that when you ask that question, people are in need.
Correct.
And I always say in business, you cannot just go into business because you want to do it. There must be a need. And so what we do, there is a need for employment. And that's why workforce development works. So when you have a collaboration with Florida Technical College and the Miami Dolphins, it works.
Your motto, I love it. Your partner in success.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins. I love that you talk about ticket sales. Ticket sales are not for everybody, but you are a partner to make South Florida successful.
No question.
Because if we don't push the bottom and pull the bottom, then there's always be a bottom. So your two organizations are doing great work. Okay, so you grew up in Houston.
Yeah.
Is your dad still around?
Yes. He's in Hallsville in East Texas, near Longview area.
You're speaking Yiddish to me. It's what's close to it. That you go back a lot.
Not as much as I can, with the season going on and all the different events we have coming through the stadium, whether it's Miami Open, F1, concerts, etc.
By the way, we were big supporters of F1,
We
our
appreciate
newspaper, and our former commissioner Barbara Jordan said to us, to everybody, "This is my community." Yeah, I know you didn't read my paper back then.
Oh, I did.
But I wrote to Barbara Jordan in my column, "I'm sorry, Barbara, I lived there before you did. I was born in Carroll City, right next to Norland High School. So I know that community. And despite everything, Formula One is going to be great for Miami Gardens." Am I correct?
You're absolutely correct. I mean, the impact that it's going to make, we've included a lot of businesses in our program, which we talked about before. And it's going to be a great thing for the community, not only for the recognition, but also for the STEM programs, a lot of the food relief efforts and business efforts. And it's going to really continue to put Miami Gardens on a worldwide nation scale.
On the Orange Bowl, when it was the Orange Bowl, there was an old saying, no blocky, meaning We'll rent my driveway out for $50. That's what's going to happen in Miami Gardens. There's people going to pull up for $100, $200. They don't care. Those people spend money at Formula One.
It's a great international crowd, and like it's a global entertainment destination in terms of what Steve Ross and Tom Garfinkel have built, all the different events and activities. But we're also known to be a steward of the community as well, and making sure we're impacting our community, specifically Miami Gardens.
Okay, we have a little game we play.
Okay.
Now, you have to name it quickly.
Okay.
Your favorite whatever, and you have to name whether for you, New Orleans, Pembroke Pines, or Atlanta. You, Parkland? No, you live in Pembroke Pines.
Parkland.
Mm-hmm. Parkland. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Or it could be near the stadium or Houston. Pay attention quickly. Ready? Favorite burger? Go.
Plant burger.
Where?
New Orleans.
Cheeseburger from Whataburger, honey mustard.
Okay. Favorite place to eat chicken? Go.
Copeland's, New Orleans.
Wow, by that used to we Copeland's.
Come on, Blue 49, quick.
Popeyes.
Oh, please. That's a lame one. All right, words. Thanksgiving. What do you love about Thanksgiving? One word. Go.
Family.
Next.
Stuffing.
Oh, right. Favorite taco place?
Taco Bell.
Oh, God. And you're in good shape? Go.
Del Bueno. It's in Texas.
When you go to dinner, what favorite fish restaurant? Go.
Papados.
Where's that?
Papados, for sure. Houston, Atlanta. Yeah,
wow.
Papados. No question.
I live in another world. Pizza. Favorite pizza?
Pizza Hut.
I do like Pizza Hut.
Anthony's.
You got to eat it. If you don't eat right then, but it's because it's burnt a little bit. Okay. Favorite cowboy? Go.
Tony Dorsett.
What?
Tony Dorsett.
Oh, I didn't think about football. Dex, that's pretty good, huh? Okay. Favorite cowboy movie?
Oh.
Go.
Yeah, True Grit.
Favorite actor? Favorite cowboy? Football?
Oh, no. I'm a Houston Oiler. I can't do
Okay,
that.
Houston Oiler.
C.L. Whittington, my dad.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. Favorite hot dog? Stan.
Chicken dog.
Where's that?
It's just a chicken hot dog. I'm going to say Atlanta.
Okay. That hot dog place sells 12,000 a day. That big dog place.
Favorite hot
We're
dog.
talking about varsity.
Yeah, varsity.
Yeah, yes, that's what it is. Varsity
But in
Atlanta.
Miami, in Florida, it's called Arbetter's, Bird Road and 82nd.
Okay, I hit that up.
It sells only 1,200, but it's the number one hot dog place in Florida, the fifth in the country. And the best thing about it, you know what the best thing about it?
What is?
They got a Grant Miller dog.
I'm headed there next.
Okay. Your favorite football team is the Dolphins. Second one. Go.
Houston Oilers.
Go.
New Orleans Saints.
And we could have had Drew Brees.
Would have, should have.
Yeah, good point. Your superhero.
Superhero Hercules.
Black Panther.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is a good one. Birthdays. Family members. Go. Mom.
September 22nd.
Kids. You got any kids?
Yes.
Name the birthdays.
March 14th, November 17th, November the 2nd.
July 10th, mother. September 22nd, wife. July 15th, December 2nd.
Wait, how many kids you got? A litter?
I got 3 kids.
Holy cow. Okay, last one. 2 more. One more. Favorite Christmas gift as a kid? Go. Either one of you. Go.
It was a Sherlock Holmes book.
3-wheeler.
Okay. Oh. Okay, last but not least, the magic of the mix. Why is FTC successful what they do?
Changing lives.
I love that. Go ahead.
True caring about others is being selfless.
And I love that with the Miami Dolphins. You didn't talk about winning. You talked about making our community a better place. I thank you both. Keep continuing. Backpacks everywhere. Everybody, have a great day.